According to the Daily Wire, new disturbing details emerge about Afghan arrested for planning ISIS attack on election day. Charging documents incorrectly stated what program under which he was brought to the U.S. The Islamic man from Afghanistan who was arrested in Oklahoma on Monday for allegedly planning an ISIS Teletubby attack on election day reportedly worked as a security guard in Afghanistan for the CIA. Because this seems very unusual. I would think that a guy who reportedly worked as a security guard in the CIA, why would this guy be planning an attack on election day? Of course, NBC News reported the 27-year-old had minimal interactions with Americans and was not. Oh, God. NBC said he had minimal interactions with Americans and he was not a CIA informant or a member of the U.S.-trained and armed paramilitary force known as the Zero Units. Well, then there you go. NBC just told you, no. He's not the CIA. He's not an informant. No. Now, for those of you who are not paying attention, okay, MSNBC, okay, you know who they had on for like 3.5 years, nonstop during Trump's administration, telling everyone that he was going to be arrested, that he will be indicted, that he is going to spend his days in jail and his whole family is going to be the former head of the CIA, John Brennan. And I'm just telling you, MSNBC is the CIA. So when NBC tells you, no, he's not CIA. He's probably CIA. After news broke of his arrest, questions immediately began to swirl about how the Biden administration failed to properly vet Twandi when he was evacuated out of Afghanistan following the administration's disastrous withdrawal in 2021. Charging documents stated that he was brought to Oklahoma by the administration under its special immigrant visa program. However, sources told NBC News that the charging documents were wrong, and he did not enter the U.S. under special immigrant visa program. Instead, he entered the U.S. on humanitarian parole, which, quote, entails far less screening than a special immigrant visa, the report says. And boop, there it is. Now, I'll be honest. I don't know how you take NBC at their word. Look, man, if NBC tells you to run, you should probably stand still. NBC tells you to stand still, you better start running. Because they just lie. Because they are not serving you, they're not serving the public, they are serving the CIA. And confusion is job one. And so you got to wonder, if he was working for the CIA and he was planning an attack on election day, What would that mean? I mean, on some level, I would think, what do you think the first action the administration would take to secure the election? Number one, you'd have to close all the polls because you don't know that this is a one person, right? You would have to suspend the election. What happens then? And by the way, I'm just spitballing. I have no idea. But I do know, in the interest of safety, you've got one, you have no idea how many are in this little plot. All you know is a tragedy just occurred at one of the polls. What do you think would happen? Let me ask you a different way. Who would be more reluctant to go to the polls? Ostensibly, Republicans, because we're known for going to the polls. And it would have a minimal effect on Democrats because they all vote like en masse by mail. Now, some of you are probably thinking, Stu, you're gasping straws, Stu. You're making big leaps here. I don't know. Well, there is an Afghan. He was arrested. The plot was to take place on election day. And then, okay, extrapolate that out. What do you think is supposed to happen then once the attack occurs? Is it supposed to go on? Is it supposed to just go on? Like nothing ever happened? I'm just telling you, I don't trust NBC when they tell you, no, he's not CIA. It's like, wait, what? So I don't know. I'm just telling you, there's confusion. And whenever there's confusion, rest assured, the grubby fingerprints from the CIA will be present. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're following me on Rumble, please press that follow button. And until the next time, God bless.